On your desk, please have your annotated article, your rhetorical devices worksheet, and your tilted Chromebook. Gino. Have last night's homework on your desk. And that is your annotated article, your rhetorical devices worksheet, and your tilted Chromebook. And do me a favor. I hope you're hearing this. Highlight the new entries on your evidence log so I can tell them from the old ones. Just physically highlight them. Okay? Julian highlighted his new entries in yellow, which helps me to go quickly to check the homework. Have your computers tilted just like Julian. Have them highlighted. Okay? I'm coming by to check your homework from last night. If you don't have your homework, you'll have Sports Center today. Once more, the homework was your annotated article with your comments and your summary on the back, your rhetorical devices, rhetorical appeals worksheet, and your tilted Chromebook, which has your new evidence log entries. When you have those in order, you may begin your long sheet. Mari continues to work on her launch soundly as per the directions. Chelsea's using last night's homework to help her with today's launch. See, about 25% of us have our homework out so that we can use it for today's launch. 85% of us are continuing to work soundly on our launch, upholding expectation. Raise your hand if you need more time for today's launch. All right, take 2 minutes. If you're finished, you might just silently look over our agenda and our homework. Start preparing some questions you might have. Don't enter the homework in yet. Don't want your phones open. Okay, whether or not you're finished, go ahead and put your pencils down. Vidal, what happens if we don't finish a launch during class?
You finish it before the day.
Thank you. Vidal remembered that we need to finish our launches before the end of class. Let me tell you why. Did I tell you yesterday?
Yes.
For binder checks. If I ask for today's launch and it's incomplete, you will not receive full credit. So make sure all of your work is done when it goes in your binder. So, today I had you explaining ethos, pathos, and logos to 5-year-olds. Okay? Go ahead, turn to your neighbor, and share your 5-year-old explanations for each of the 3. Go ahead. 1. Orally, is tracking me, making sure his body language equals all that we have to do today. Okay? Thank you, Kiara's here. Angela, excellent. Okay, so I'm a 5-year-old. Explain it to me. Let's start with the first one. Ethos. Jessica, explain it to me. Goo goo gaga. Please. Okay? Ethos. What did you write on your lunch? You didn't fill in this first box? Okay, what's going to happen is someone else is going to share theirs and you're going to spit it back to me. Okay, Mauricio, ethos.
Ethos means good characteristics and like good spirit. Basically.
Okay, characteristics. Who can build on that? Chris.
It's like making someone believe that you're a good person.
Yes. What Chris did was he used last night's homework to aid him, I'm sure. He said, make your audience believe that you're a good person or a believable person. Okay? Thank you for being clear. Now, Jessica, what is ethos?
Good characteristics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And to get people I didn't get
Chris, repeat your part.
Making someone believe you are a good or believable person.
Excellent.
to make someone believe that you're
Good.
a believable person.
A good or believable person. Here's an easy way to remember ethos. Ready? Here it comes. Who is this?
Say it.
This is my good friend, Ethan. Okay? Is Ethan a trustworthy person? Does he have good character? Okay? Now, you want to think about Ethan when you think about ethos. Because you think about the person who's speaking. Is Ethan a person of good character? Is this a respectable person? Okay? Just a little way to remember it. Call that in your mind. Okay? Second one. Pathos. Kiara.
How a person feels about a certain topic.
Okay? Can someone build on that? Okay? Victor.
Pathos is when you show some type of emotion towards an image.
Okay? So, Victor identified from last night's homework that pathos has to do with emotion. It has to do with feelings. So, you said that the person who's speaking is showing an emotion. Is that the only kind of emotion that can be involved, the speaker's emotions?
No, I'm pretty sure there isn't that.
Who else is feeling emotions with pathos? Besides the speaker. I don't know why Victor get this.
The audience people watching.
The audience. So Victor identified that it's the audience that's feeling emotional. You ever seen those Sarah McLachlan puppy commercials with like just 3 cents a day will save this dog from being electrocuted or whatever? Now, sure, Sarah McLachlan is trying to stir up emotions. She is. Because that's one form of persuasion. She's trying to make you feel just guilty and sad and by throwing, yeah, maybe it's your fault, okay? Now, this is an important part of rhetoric. Last night on your homework, you defined what rhetorical or rhetoric means, okay? Look at your homework from last night. Joel, what is rhetoric? It's on your homework.
Rhetoric is the art of speaking and writing effectively.
The art of speaking and writing effectively. Okay? So effectively here also means persuasively. So Sarah McLachlan's commercials, they're pretty persuasive to some people. People who are emotionally fragile. Okay? So, just one form of persuasion. Logos. I'm a 5-year-old. Okay? Anna, tell me about logos.
Logos is an image or thing that makes you think about it, that makes it right. Does that make sense?
Okay, we'll start with that. Did anyone want to build? It's, full disclosure, it's really hard to explain logos without using the word logic. Because like a 5-year-old doesn't know that word. Because when we think logos, we think logical, intuitive, makes sense. But to a 5-year-old, what's another way to explain that?
It's like the big McDonald's sign. It's big and bright, so it catches your attention and kind of persuades you to go.
Why is the McDonald's example not logos? Okay, Chris?
Because it's like saying like it's good food even though it causes like diabetes and stuff.
Okay, now, logos is about trying to be logical. It's trying to say, look, weigh the options, it's logical, it's a clear choice to agree with me. The statistics show that I'm correct. All of these surveys show that I'm correct. This person's trying to appeal to your logical side. Okay?
Convincing your audience.
Convincing your audience. You're all trying to convince their audience. I would say trying to persuade your audience by giving your reasons.
Is a 5-year-old?
By giving your clear reasons and asking them to see your argument. Okay? Now, we have some examples of ethos, pathos, and logos. A, B, C, D, E. Okay? Let's take a look at each of them. Number 1, or A. Can I please have Deshaun read it and then tell us what you got and explain it.
We'll have so much fun. I got pathos because it's showing emotion at the end of the explanation of one.
Okay. So Deshaun gave his response and then he went ahead and explained it. He said, I chose pathos because, why?
Because the explanation, explanation mark.
Okay. What emotion
Yeah.
What emotion does this example put into its audience?
That they're happy.
Happy, because it says we'll have fun. So what Deshaun recognized from last night's homework is that pathos has to do with feelings or emotions. And in this example, the feeling or emotion is excitement or happy. Okay? It's going to be fun. You're trying to be persuasive with emotional basis. Okay? So the correct answer for A is pathos. Go ahead and mark that. Check if you got it correct. If not, correct it now. Warm-ups like this are a good study guide. So make sure your answers are correct. B. Let's go to Ray. Read B, tell me what you got and explain it.
Trust me, you know I'm respectful and I know how to have a good time. I chose ethos because he's saying that convincing him that he's a good person.
Okay, so Ray correctly identified that it's ethos, and then he went the next step and he explained why. His reason was because it shows that the person speaking is a good person. Ray, what's the line or phrase in that example that's trying to convince you that the person has a good character?
Trust me, you know I'm respectful.
Trust me, you know I'm respectful. So this person is very clearly trying to make themselves seem trustworthy. A lot of politicians try and do this. It's like, trust me, I've been in politics for 30 years. You can believe what I have to say on this issue. Okay? That is ethos. Okay? Ethos is appealing to your credibility. Ray, excellent job, correct answer. Go ahead and mark B as ethos. C. Let's go to Lorenzo. Please read it and explain.
You're going to eat dinner anyway, so you might as well have company. Plus, I'll pay for your food. What have you got to lose? I chose ethos because it tries to convince that person to eat dinner, and it shows how it says, it talks about how the character
If it's ethos, it has to do with you being trustworthy or of a good character. Can you show me where in that example we talk specifically about how trustworthy or of a good character you are? Plus, I'll pay for your food. I just don't think it's strong enough. I think there's a stronger answer. Okay? What is that answer, Taylor?
Logos.
Logos. Please explain.
I chose logos because they try to reason with the person, and they also
And they also what? Can you